Hey everybody, welcome back to the Golden Limit. 1 second.
Yep. Well,
Yeah, sorry about that.
There it is. Off to
There
a
we
great
go.
start, aren't we?
Yeah, well, look, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Bite me.
Whatever. I'm eating a whole big old jar of peanuts, so it's gonna be pretty rough.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those recording sessions.
And since we didn't say it, we're playing Spyro. Cause hell yeah, this thing was remade. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh,
This
I am
game was
too.
so much fun.
Oh yeah. Okay, so since they're both out now, and they're both semi-relevant, from back in the day, Crash or Spyro?
Oh, dude, Crash.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I always preferred Spyro.
Crash, I just feel like spoke to me better.
That's fair.
I mean, just it was
Crash
so
is
ridiculous.
Crash is precision platforming at its finest. And precision is on an extreme level with that game.
Like, oh yeah, no, holy shit! There are some levels where you have to be perfect.
Fuck you and the hanging bridge levels.
Dude, I couldn't get past the goddamn what was it, like the pig level or whatever, where you're riding the first.
Oh
one
yeah,
when
you're riding the warthog. Yeah.
Yeah, like I can get past that level. Like, holy shit, man!
Like I didn't have too many problems with that level. It was always the rope bridges that I struggled with.
I just felt like Crash spoke to me more than Spyro. Like Spyro, which is funny because Spyro is more adventure.
Yeah.
Which you'd think, considering my Zelda
obsession,
fandom.
I'll go as far as call it obsession.
Affinity, possibly obsession. I haven't gotten any Zelda tattoos yet, but most of that is because I'm bad with money.
Yeah.
90%
of that is because you're bad with money.
Pretty much. So considering the Zelda affinity, you would think that, like, you know, Spyro would have actually spoken more to me since it's more adventure and story-based and everything. But no, like, when it came to Spyro versus Crash, Crash all the way.
See, and I love Crash, but Spyro always kind of spoke to me more because it's that adventure. It's the exploration. It's the, hey, go do things. Don't, you know, it's not, hey, run down this singular path and hope to God you don't die until you get to the end.
Well, yeah, I guess it definitely works if you're, like, if you like things that are exploration heavy and whatnot.
Right.
Final Fantasy, you know, hello, kinda has a bit of that exploration thing.
Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it's a little there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is beautiful.
Oh yeah. No, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like so we've had so many games that were, you know, remade and ported and stuff recently. But have we had Spyro, like the OG Spyro?
Right.
Have we had that redone since PS1?
No.
So, like, we're going from, well, it was PS1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was PS1, 1998.
So we're going from,
because I want to say Spyro 1, this one,
because that was a PS1 game. I am remembering that correctly.
Well, yeah, because Crash Bandicoot Warped had the demo for Spyro 1.
Okay.
So I know they released around the same time.
Okay.
And I think that was 98, 99, somewhere in there.
So we're going from OG Spyro PS1 to PS4. Like, it didn't get no PS2. I mean, I get there were more Spyro games that were.
Oh yeah. No, there have been like 3 different continuities at this point.
But OG Spyro PS1 to OG Spyro PS4, and look at this. This is fucking phenomenal. Like, he's got attitude. There's like he's got little facial expressions he makes that you just barely catch because you're behind him most of the time.
Yeah.
But the camera pans around and he's got this fucking attitude on his face and everything. He kind of hops around, his wings has got a nice little flutter, and his tail's doing a little thing. The grass is burning around him as you spit fire and everything. This is fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I'm for it. I'm so excited. Like I'm definitely gonna buy this on my own and play this too. Like I said, I'm Crash, and I do have the Crash in what is it, the Insane Trilogy?
The Insane Trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, I've got that for PS4 and everything, but I'm definitely gonna get this because while I was more of a Crash guy, this is still part of my childhood.
Oh sure.
And I mean I'm always for getting some updates, kind of like the Wind Waker.
Yeah,
HD
Wind Waker
remake,
HD, Twilight
which,
HD
was spectacular. The Twilight Princess HD remake wasn't quite as powerful, but the Wind Waker HD remake was pretty spectacular. I'm all about that shit.
Oh yeah.
People complain about oh, everything's remakes and da-da-da. Like, well, fuck, why not? As long as the main lines are still going, we got Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Like, hey, give me the remakes to bring my childhood into the modern age.
Right.
And here we go. Spyro. OG Spyro in the modern graphics and everything. And this is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, no, and he controls really well. He feels really good.
Oh, I hope so.
I mean, and there, because the company that, aside from Activision, the company that does
Activision
the development.
O2. Wait, what?
Sure, we can go with that. But no, the development company that, or I guess the development sector under Activision that does the Skylanders games, which started as kind of, hey, this is like the new Spyro, blah blah blah.
Right, because it's the same universe.
Yeah.
It's not even the same universe. It's like the same fucking place.
Right.
Like, I only found that out because my nephew, I guess my boy, collects them for his kid.
Yeah.
But they, like, I was looking at the collection screen and it's like, hey, that's really cool. They included Spyro on this. It's like, well, he's actually part of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Like, oh yeah. Spyro is part of the Skylanders thing. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Like,
right.
I don't understand.
Right. Yeah, no, and like when they announced the Reignited trilogy, and then they announced that Toys for Bob is who was doing the development for it. A lot of people were concerned about how Spyro was going to look.
Right.
Because of Spyro's appearance in Skylanders.
Okay.
Because Spyro looks not like Spyro in Skylanders.
So, yeah, I never actually got to see Spyro in Skylanders. I barely played it at all.
Right.
I mostly played, I think it was the second one, because they all have names. They all have these crazy names.
You got Skylanders,
and
and then Skylanders Imaginators and Supercharged.
Oh, yeah, and the Skylanders, like whatever the big ones are, like I can't fucking remember.
I can't either. I never really paid attention to them.
My nephew's got a bunch because my boy just loves to buy. Like they've got buckets.
Oh yeah,
of these fucking things. But I didn't really play too much of it, and honestly, it was really fun.
Sure.
But I never actually played as Spyro. I never saw Spyro on the game, so I don't know how he's portrayed. I mean, you
have a phone. You could Google it.
Listen.
I mean, how much Googling do I do when you're playing games?
I'm trying to get my phone. Fuck off. All right, so Skylanders, Spyro. Whoa, Halo. Oh wow, it actually fixed my terrible spelling of everything.
Fantastic.
Skylanders, Spyro's Adventure, Oh, okay. I see it. They kind of give him like the chibi look.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so they're trying to go for like super realistically scaled, like as far as like his scales on his body,
But
and
then, like
more.
the face isn't really like I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, he
Like I said,
doesn't look like Spyro.
no. It looks just sort of like a well. Hey, funny enough, it looks like a Skylanders character.
Yeah,
But yeah, the face it really does look like they're trying to go for like a chibi character or something, like
right.
a chibi anime character or something. Where like right OG Spyro and everything, long snout and everything, like a dragon.
Right.
Everything on this is kind of squat and close to the face.
Yeah.
A little more humanized, maybe like a little more anthropomorphized than
Right.
like a dragon actually would be. But
Right.
okay, I get it. The Skylanders series, it's all it's a kids thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Spyro, yeah, probably it definitely started out as a kids game and everything, but it was so long ago.
Yeah.
The design language wasn't there.
Oh,
to
sure.
make everything look so like kid friendly or whatever.
Right.
Well, especially when you were working with the graphic, like the graphic capabilities that we had back then.
Right.
Which weren't much.
Right.
So
I mean, yeah, like PS2 or PS1 and N64 is what, 32-bit?
Well, do you want to think about that?
Well, okay, so
N64.
Well, no, okay, so I'm aware of the fact that the N64 was the 64-bit. But
well,
was
the thing is that so back then, that whole thing mostly referred to color depth.
Right.
So, 8-bit you had 8-bit color depth, 16-bit you had 16-bit color depth, 32-bit you had 32-bit color depth, and then it started losing its meaning when we got into into systems that like that didn't matter anymore because you're now at a color depth that doesn't even you're not even thinking about. But you think about it,
like you look at things now, like, okay, yeah, you had the NES that was part of the 8-bit generation. You had the Genesis, and the SNES was 16-bit generation.
mm-hmm.
But then, like from the N64 and the PS1 forward, it's just been, it's the 5th gen, the 6th gen, the 8th gen,
right.
Whatever.
Well, because at first they referred to how many colors you could have on a sprite.
Right.
But so 32-bit color, that's pretty much what everything runs on. 32-bit color is what, 65 million colors? Let me go ahead and double check that. I want to see that 32-bit color is, I think, 65 million colors. Let's see, 32-bit color. Let's see here. 24-bit. Okay, 32-bit. Oh, for Christ's sake. Come on, Google. Do the thing. Because I don't think that the 64, because it was supposed to reference 64-bit, but
right.
64-bit color. Come on,
that was the thing. Like, I kind of felt like the 64, and I may be wrong about this, but I kind of feel like I remember reading somewhere that the 64-bit referred less to color and more to sound.
I don't think it had anything to do with that. It honestly, at that point, may have had more to do with the processor. Fuck it,
It could have been.
I can listen to that shit up. Anyway, 32-bit. So it's 32 bits per pixel, of course, being color depth.
Right.
8 bits per channel, with an additional 8 bits per alpha channel, which is at transparency. Okay, so you end up with 16.7 million colors, which, I mean, I guess that's enough.
Right.
Which ends up being 32-bit RGBA, which was in computers. It didn't actually get heavily used until Windows 2000. I remember the Windows 2000 actually had the alpha transparency.
Right.
Let's see here. Also referred to as 32 bits per channel, giving you 128 bits per pixel. Interesting. I'm learning.
There you go.
Let's look it up. What did 64 refer to for the Nintendo N64, or for the N64, for the N64. All right, let's see here. What did the 64 Nintendo 64 mean? Okay, I know it means 64 bits. But what does that mean? Blah 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 blah. The size of the numbers I can throw around. 64 bits is the size of a word. How big a variable is. Let's see here. 64-bit memory interface. But I might be thinking of the Jaguar 64. It's the size in bits of the largest number the processor can do math operations on. Oh, okay. Looks like everything really did just boil down to the bit width of the actual processor. So it wasn't necessarily the color depth of the palette,
right?
But it was the math the processor could do. So it literally was just how complex the processor was.
No, well there you go.
So like the NES could only do math on 8 bits, which could go up to 255. Like any variable, any math could go up to 255.
Right.
SNES would be 16 bits, which is 65,535.
Right.
Mainly because that's a signed integer instead of an unsigned, which would go to 65,536.
Right.
And then a 64-bit processor, which I want to say that's a floating point. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody, feel free.
Right.
But that is... Nope, I think that's bigger than a floating point. That's, easy math limit is 18. So that's billions, that's trillions, that's quadrillions. Well, it's a lot. It's really big.
Right.
It's bigger than quadrillions. Alright, so that just means that the N64 had a 64-bit architecture, which is pretty much what everything runs on now.
Right.
Because, everything was x86, which was 32-bit architecture, like computer-wise.
Right.
Ever since the 286, the 186, 286. And of course, like a lot of us grew up on 386s, 486s. I think the first computer that I had to myself was a 386. It may have been a 486, but everything kind of grew from there. Like your first like modern processor, your Intel, your Pentiums, and everything.
Right.
They were referred to as 30 386s. And then we went into 64-bit, which we refer to as x64. I have no idea what the actual technical reference is to that shit, even though this is like kind of my field and all that. But all I know is, well, if you got 64-bit, you can handle more than 4 gigs of RAM, right?
Right.
I could probably tell you more than that, but I'm tired. I'm drinking, so.
I mean that's fair.
So yeah, fuck it. All right. So now that we went through all that shit, what are we doing?
We're on. Well, I say we're on the second level of the artisan world. It's not really an order to them.
Okay.
I did somewhat accidentally, just instinctually, 100% the first level.
No, whatever.
That may or may not, depending on how much, because some of the later levels get fairly complex. That may not be a thing that carries all the way through to the end.
Yeah, we kind of got a show to do here.
Exactly. So, I mean, if it's something that, that if people want to see me or us, whatever, 100% it, then when we can do it. But maybe we come back, and do cleanup and whatnot in different video or
for sure.
whatever. So,
all right.
Right now, I'm just already screwed up
like
that. So
you are slaughtering bulls for no reason other than to slaughter bulls. And I mean, does the ASPCA know about this shit?
Probably not. And hopefully, PETA doesn't try to start some shit with that. But it's a dragon doing it, so maybe they probably won't.
It's like, ooh,
like that's that weird gray area.
we're really against people killing bulls, but it's a dragon. Fuck.
Right?
So what? Can somebody give me the level of privilege that a dragon has versus the level of privilege that a bull has? Just gotta figure out. Gotta figure out if which one is more privileged.
Right?
Okay, what are these assholes?
So, okay, these assholes, first off, are assholes. Oh,
Hence
nice. I
why
managed to
I
get them in the
asked.
first run. So basically, these assholes, at some point before the beginning of the game, I guess during the first cutscene or whatever, they went around and stole a bunch of dragon eggs. Okay. I'm taking them back.
So is that... now, forgive me, it's been a long time since I played Spyro.
That's fair.
At all. Was that in the OG Spyro?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
Yes, that was in the OG.
Because I know when I was playing Crash 1 on the Insane Trilogy, they added a bunch of shit.
With Crash, they added a bunch of shit to make it more consistent across all three titles.
Yeah, like a lot of the bonus levels and stuff. You had some more stuff that I definitely knew was not in the original.
Right.
So I wasn't sure if that was added because I played a lot more Crash than I did Spyro.
Oh, for sure. I missed 8 gems somewhere.
Yeah, but you rescued Thor.
Sure did. Yes, it's all dragons found. Do I care about the last 8 gems?
Man, you do what you think is right.
I mean, I generally try to. Let me double back.
Okay.
If they're anywhere, I think they're gonna be up this like side path.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Are you gonna be?
You're doing a great
now?
job.
Apparently. Nope. That's the wrong trajectory. Nope. God damn it.
Oh man.
I did this twice. Why can't I do this now?
I wish I played games this well.
Shut it. There we go.
Hey, you did it.
It
probably was through here because you were chasing Aspen Face. No,
right?
Maybe not.
Oh, there they are.
There they are. Hey, you did it. All right. Hey, you 100%ed it, right? Hey, you did it.
I did the thing.
All right. Well, here we are. We're starting up Spyro Remastered, getting it going with Spyro 1. We just kicked some ass. I think we're just going to go ahead and keep this going for a little bit.
All right.
So I appreciate you guys coming out, watching us, and we hope you come back tomorrow to watch a little more of Spyro Remastered.